The people are joining right now.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
I think as
Hello,
joined.
good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am. So,
Good
Vasant,
evening.
you must start the meeting. Okay.
Sir, our speaker is not yet joined, so that's why
The
I'm.
speaker joined. The speaker joined. I think a speaker joined. Madam has joined already. You can start.
Okay, sir. Very good evening, everyone, to all respected dignitaries, research persons, faculty members, researchers, students, and participants. Welcome you all day 4 session of the 30-day summer nature training program under International Krishi Manthan 2026. We delight to have you all with us to continue the wonderful journey of learning, knowledge, sharing, and professional development. Today's session is graced by Dr. Navpreet Kaur, Assistant Professor in the Department of Zoology, Faculty of Agriculture and Life Science from Deshi University. She specializes in aquaculture, fisheries, water quality management, aquatic pollution, fish nutritional quality, fish weight utilization, and environmental pollution management. Today's lecture is titled Non-Food Aquaculture, a new avenue for enhancing farmers' income and promoting women empowerment. This topic highlights the emerging opportunities in non-food aquaculture sectors such as ornamental fish culture and other allied enterprises that can generate additional income for the farmers. This session will be provide valuable insights into the entrepreneurship, income diversification, skill development, and the role aquaculture in empowering farmer communities. So we're truly honored to have Dr. Navpreet Kaur with us today. With her extensive research and practical experience in fisheries and aquaculture, we are confident that today's session will be highly informative and beneficial for all the participants. Before we begin, I kindly request to all the participants to keep their microphones muted throughout the entire session. You may post your questions and comment in the chat box, which you all address during the interactive discussion session. I expect to invite Dr. Navpreet Kaur to deliver his expert talks. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for very nice introduction. So, can I share the screen now?
Hi, yes, ma'am, you can.
Wait for a minute. Our screen is visible, sir?
Hi, yes, ma'am. Now it's
So,
you can
again,
enable
the
the
slide.
slide share mode, ma'am, from that last option.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So, again, our respected higher authorities, eminent speakers, organizing committee members, collaborators, and participants, a very good evening to everyone. Again, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the organizing committee for giving this wonderful opportunity to interact with the interactive people present there. So today I'm going to present the talk on entitled non-food aquaculture. That is a new avenue for enhancing farmers' income and promoting women empowerment. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you are pretty much audible.
Oh,
I
okay.
request you, can you please make it to the full screen?
Okay. Sure. So, in this lecture, I would like to help for the farmers as well as to the house working house women, so they can earn the extra income side by side the agriculture. So, non-food aquaculture. First of all, we have to. I will try to cover these highlights in this lecture. First, introduction, history, and type of non-food aquaculture. Non-food aquaculture basically is divided into two types. First one is ornamental fishes, and second one is the medicinal fishes. But I will try to focus on the ornamental fish culture, which is a good source of income generation for the farmers as well as for the women who are staying at the home and not working. So first of all, we have to be a very clear concept about the what are the non-food fishes and what are the food fishes. Firstly, I will try to explain about the food fishes. Food fishes, as all we know, that the fishes such as catfish, salmon, trout, tilapia. Oh, okay. So the important fin fishes such as catfish, salmon, trout, tilapia, these are known as the food fishes, which are the important source of world's animal protein. Instead of protein, additionally, there are also fish is also food for millions of people having essential protein. Additionally, protein, except protein, minerals and micronutrients are also available. But the major components of fish, which are having very helpful to prevent from the various diseases, there are three major categories of fatty acids that are polyunsaturated fatty acids, monounsaturated fatty acids, and saturated fatty acids. So, world aquaculture production attained 177 million tons, out of which 157 million tons was utilized as food by human beings. 12 million tons was used as non-food purposes. So the food fishes having rich source of lipids, which are well-known source of long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids such as eicosapentaenoic acid, docosahexaenoic acid, which cannot be synthesized by human body and commonly obtained from the diet. So a comparison of omega-3 fatty acids from various food items has clearly justified that dietary source of EPA, DHA, and DHA are almost entirely available in fish muscle and as well as the fish processing waste. That is a lot of industries discarded and not utilizing these fish processing waste. So studies have showed that it is essential for normal development of retina and brain in infants. It also decreases the risk of cancer. So consumption of fish or fish oil containing anthropofas also reduce the mild hypertension and sudden death. So vertebrate except fishes are not capable to produce omega-3 fatty acids. Our body cannot produce these alpha-linoleic acid, which can be obtained from only from the fish. So edible portion of the fish is also very important. So, but nowadays pollution is posing a major threat to these food fishes. So a recent data I had extracted the information which shows that a mixture of plethora of pollutants such as herbicides, obnoxious substances like acid, base, pesticide, and heavy metals are included in this dropout, which are directly discharged into the aquatic bodies. which are causing which these contaminants may diminish the fish immunity to the parasite as well as nutritional profile of the fish, affecting the immune system and biochemical profile of fish species. So these due to these contaminants, there is alteration in water quality parameters that pollution of the water bodies alter the physicochemical parameters that are like pH, alkalinity, salinity. So these unbalanced parameters in a particular aquatic system further destroyed the community level structure by entering into the food chain. So heavy metals overload in these fish tissues may affect the nutritional profile of fish because heavy metals are persistent and non-biodegradable with ability to accumulate in the fish tissues of all the aquatic creatures. So currently, data that had collected from the various wetlands, which clearly mentioned that Harike wetland, according to the Director of Environmental and Climate Change 2019, that Harike wetland receive industrial effluents of approximate 2028 industries of Ludhiana city by Budanala, which enters into the river Satluj and ultimately reaches at Harike wetland. From its left side, it also receives Harike wetland also receives industrial effluents of 395 industries from Jalandhar and adjoining cities via Kala Sangya drain. So these huge amount of industries dumping their industrial effluent at Harike wetland, which are causing a severe concern for the human being also, because these pollutant enters into the human body via food chain. So due to discharge of polluted water in Harike wetland, it becomes highly polluted, and efforts have been made to quantify these changes in the wetland. So these are the recent publications that are published in high impact with high impact factor in the environmental science and pollution research, having a good impact factor as well as environmental monitoring and assessment. I had collected data from the various control as well as polluted sites, which clearly indicate that heavy metal pollution index as well as other contaminants are also available in the fish, available in the fishes at the water quality parameters of the wetland, as well as they are further destroying the food chain. So these information was all about the food fishes that we now we are clearly understand that these pollutants are destroying our aquatic ecosystem badly. So we have to we think more about that. Now coming to the non-food aquaculture, which is our today's main topic. So non-food aquaculture. Firstly, we have to be introduced about the non-food aquaculture. And aquaculture species is presumed to be non-food species if it is not known to be consumed by the human population. Food fishes, so we are consuming, but the non-food fishes, which are not used for the food, but are used for other purposes, such as medicinal purposes as well as ornamental purposes. So ornamental fish culture is a culture of attractive, colorful fishes of various characteristics which are reared in a confined aquatic ecosystem. So the culture of ornamental fishes is called aquariculture. Ornamental fish trade is an important sector for livelihood generation and income generation in India. Apart from employment generation, ornamental fisheries contribute to the women empowerment and foreign exchange earnings. It has vast opportunities, low investment, and less water requirement. So ornamental fish are grown and kept for display, where we can display if we people go to any restaurant or ornamental garden pond, we all see very beautifully colored fish species which are displayed in their front sides. So ornamental, there are more than 30,000 fish species reported around the world. About 800 belongs to the over the earth. There are only 30,000 fish species reported in the fishes. So out of these 30,000, 800 belongs to the ornamental fishes. Out of these 800 fish species, 250 indigenous ornamental fish species. Indigenous means in our India. So out of these 250, 155 fish species are being regularly exported to the other countries from our country. So जो कॉमन ऑर्नामेंटल फिशेज है हम करते हैं कल्चर, वो कौन कौन सी है? These are the gold fishes, shark fishes, zebra fishes, red tail rondo, trout, and Oscar fishes. So other common ornamental fishes in India are catfish, goldfish, molly, guppy, platy, and incher. So although if we are talking about our state of Punjab, how much we are contributing to the ornamental fish culture? So we are negligible in that amount, because although the agroclimatic conditions of all the states of our country are suitable for ornamental fish breeding culture, but these activities are concentrated to the few states, especially in Kolkata, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, northeast states, Maharashtra, and few in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. So we are not putting our much efforts for culturing the ornamental fish culture. So our state have also to take much interest in these type of activities, which are a good source of income generation for farmers as well as for the women. So whenever we visit to any restaurant and ornamental fish garden, so we all see these are the beautifully bright colored fish species. This species is known as clownfish, Crassius rotus, and koi carp, as well as Valli, guppy, and platy. So these all fish species are displayed in the ornamental garden ponds. So if we are talking about the history, the maintenance of aquatic organisms for aesthetic and ornamental purposes have been practiced for almost 100 years. So it finds its origin in ancient China several hundred ago with keeping the goldfish, which is Crassius rotus. That is goldfish. We have seen the goldfish that is Crassius rotus. Its scientific name is Crassius rotus. So they try to culture these species by putting in a glass bowl. So these species were kept in outdoor ponds for of mercy as a part of manicure. Manicure के लिए भी वो use करते हैं जो चाइना में लोग थे. So ornamental garden and has remained popular since introduction of the indoor aquarium in the 1548. At that time, the Chinese people trying to culture these ornamental fish culture. So establishing rapid and reliable transportation and improving shipping techniques has allowed the aquarium body to reach world's popularity. So the market for and trade ornamental fish species in the past 25 to 30 years have grown significantly. In the previous years, it was not much popular, but in the recent past 25 to 30 years, it has grown significantly. So the past 15 years particularly have development in nutrition, responsible captive care, and supply support system, making aquarium care easier and more successful. So this has boosted the popularity of aquarium hobby. तो इनको फिर लोगों ने क्या अपना hobby बनाना start कर दिया and have contributed significantly to the recent trade and industry growth. So now the non-food aquaculture.
Sorry to interrupt you in the middle. I request you to kindly make the screen full. And if you're not able to do it, can you please check? There 70% is written. Now. Can you please maximize it?
Maximum. Now is it okay?
No, ma'am, it's still 70%. It's same. I'm asking you in the lower right corner of your screen, there is written 70%. Minus and plus sign is there. Can you?
Okay.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Not
Sorry for how much, ma'am? 100?
Can you please? Yeah, till 100 at least.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Reduce it a bit more, ma'am, because we are not able to see the. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry for the inconvenience.
From that percentage website.
So the major question that we arise in why should we keep them? Keeping some people as their hobby, in their hobby, they are caring the pets and taking long run, but keeping ornamental fishes as that prove advantageous to us in several ways. So ornamental fishes, why they are more beneficial as compared to other pets. Keeping ornamental fishes as pets in home aquaria or garden pools gives pleasure to the young and the old alike. Keeping ornamental fishes have many advantages over other pets. Firstly, no barking or mewing in the middle of the night, no biting or scratching, no shedding of fur all over the house, no botheration of cleaning the floor, so relatively less expensive as compared to other pets. So relaxation of the mind, they also give relaxation to our mind, particularly when we feel tired or depressed. So the hobby opportunity to watch the behavior of these tiny creatures from close quarter and develops a sense of attachment with nature. So if we feel stressed or anytime we are not feeling well, so we can 20 to 25 minutes, we can see these beautiful creature and we can sit in front of them. This gives relaxation to our mind. So ornamental fishes kept in aquarium or garden pool become an attractive focal point, add to the aesthetic beauty of the home and its surrounding. So other benefits, that is major, that is source of income generation. So for the beginners, it is very, these are very important points that we have to keep care in our mind when we are going to start ornamental fish culture. Firstly, for beginners in ornamental fish breeding and farming, training on the subject is required, which will help to gain knowledge and marketing. So, because we are saying that if we will take training on one fish species, then we will be expertise on all the fish species, but not in the ornamental fish culture. This technique not work. We have to be expertise on individual fish species. So it is always better to begin with the live bearers such as guppy, platy, swordtail, and muley, and after acquiring some experience, they can attempt for breeding and rearing of agriverse like koika, gouramis, goldfish, barbs, fighterfish, etc. So it is always advisable for the farmer to be master on every individual fish species because they require different management practices. For every single fish species, for every different fish species, they require different pH, different dissolved oxygen, TDS. So these all water quality parameters are different for each fish species. So we have to be take training on all the fish species. So firstly, we have earlier talked about the aquarium that we are. What is an aquarium? Aquarium is a container which displays the aquatic organism in a stimulated natural environment by introducing aquatic plants, rocks, gravel, artificial decorator. So, aquarium is a controlled environment where we are controlling that environment by giving specific amount of pH, alkalinity, salinity, which that fish species required. So, aquarium is a specially designed device that acts as an artificial habitat for fish and underwater animals. So, in aquarium, we have firstly to select the tanks. The most popular size of home aquarium is 60 centimeter length and 30 centimeter width and 40 centimeter height with the capacity of 57 liters. So, aquarium bottom, the base of the aquarium is known as bottom. So it is prepared for basic two purposes. Firstly, to make the fish feel more at home. Secondly, to provide a growing medium for aquatic plants. Plants suitable for the purpose, which plants we have settled at the bottom of the aquarium. That is Sagittaria, Fenwort, Hydrophilas, Ratophylla, Lemnophila, Lemna, Acacia, and Salvia. So aquarium stand and placement. हमें कहाँ पे इसको place करना चाहिए? So aquarium stand as wooden metallic structure on which aquarium is placed. So aquarium wood is topmost covering of an aquarium to keep the fishes confined in the tank. So minimum water loss by the evaporation. We are putting the aquarium wood. Why? Because in the summer, but in the winter, this happens uh, less as compared to the summers. In summers, water evaporation takes much place in that aquarium. So we have to place aquarium hood. Hood placement of an aquarium should be intended to receive maximum amount of light. We have to place our aquarium in our home at a place where the maximum amount of light reached. So another component of aquarium are the filters. Filters are very important component of the aquarium because harmful substances like ammonia and nitrate are regularly produced mainly through fish metabolism as excretory products. So they keep on accumulating in the aquarium water. At times, may exceed the carrying capacity of aquarium water at across the lethal limits, and eventually poison the fish. So this ammonia as well as nitrates are very harmful for the fish if their permissible amount they cross the permissible limit. So fish can be die in that type of environment. So filter play an important role in fish aquarium. That is why proper arrangement should be there for removing these harmful substances to clear water in an aquarium. So it is the filtration device. So filter plays a significant role in the purification of aquarium water. After that, water quality management. If we are putting aquarium in our home, so it is very important to take care of the water quality parameters. Water quality parameters includes the pH, hardness, temperature, dissolved oxygen, chlorine, carbon dioxide. Content played a key role in the breeding and production of many ornamental fish species. So, optimum level of water quality parameters required for ornamental fish culture as temperature 24 to 28, oxygen more than 5 ppm, oxygen should not be less than 5 ppm, hardness it should also not be more than 10 ppm because air bubble gas disease may occur. So if oxygen level decrease, then fish may be died due to asphyxia. So hardness 150 to 200 ppm, pH 7 to 8, and carbon dioxide less than 1 ppm. And these factors are different for different fish species. So regular important points if we are going to culture ornamental fish culture at our home. So regular water change, 20 to 30% every 2 or 4 weeks. Cleaning of algal from the glass at periodical interval. So removal of dead fishes. If you notice that a sudden fish death occurs in the aquarium, you have to remove that dead fishes also. So racking the surface layer of substrate and removal of dirt by vacuum device every week. Pruning of excess plant growth if you notice that plant growth is occurred, so you have to prune. If aquarium water turns cloudy after 1 or 2 months, it indicates there is need to change the water. How we can identify that water have to change? If you feel that water seems cloudy, you have to change immediately. So water loss caused by evaporation should be made up once a week. Also, there is a much more careful watch that we have to be taken in our mind. Firstly, when you're going to change the water of aquarium, you have to fill the tub at least 1 day before to change that aquarium because chlorine is very toxic to the fish. So in our home water supply, so chlorine is putting to clean the water. So this is very toxic for the fish, and we have to fill the water overnight in another tank. After that, 1 day we can change the water. So, nutritional requirement for young and adult ornamental fishes. This information we also which is very important for young ornamental fishes. Nutritional requirement is protein 40 to 50%, lipids 4 to 6%, carbohydrates 14 to 40 to 50%. Uh, Otherwise, for adult fish and brood ornamental fishes, protein requirement is 30 to 35%, lipids 6 to 8%, carbohydrates 40 to 50%. So commonly cultured. Now coming to the fish species that are commonly cultured, ornamental fish species. Firstly, Siamese fighter fish. This is all about the specification that how much temperature is required for the fish, pH, and its feeding, breeding, as well as how much size it attains when it takes maturity. So it got its name because it is very aggressive to other male species. So this is Siamese fighting fish, bubble nesting. Another is mollyfish. It is its body coloration like black, blue, purple, etc. It is very easy to breed. It occupies an important place among the freshwater aquarium fish. So Its temperature requirement for this fish is 7 to 80 degree F, and pH 6 to 8%. Feeding prefer vegetarian food. So breeding 8 fish gives birth to the young ones. So next is guppy. So it is peaceful and tropical fish and popular in community aquarium. So male guppy is very colorful while the female is not. So guppy will grow larger than a male guppy. So female जो होती है वो male से ज़्यादा larger होती है in size. So water conditions, pH, temperature is also mentioned in the slide. So we can see these are very beautiful, brightly colored fishes. So goldfish, that fish species we also have seen. Everyone have seen this. Its scientific name is Precious rotus. So average and maximum size 15 to 20 centimeters. Environmental requirement as well as breeding habit is also mentioned in this slide. After that, platies. So it is size male 1.5 inches, female 2 inch. Then temperature 70 to 90 F. pH is 7.5 to 8.5. Breeding live bearer fish and gives birth to the young ones. Males show brilliant colors while those females are much more subdued. After that, koi carp. This fish species we all also have seen. So its scientific name is Cyprian scorpio, and its water condition temperature 20 degrees C to 32 degrees C. pH is 7 to 8. Average size 50 centimeter with maximum size of 120 centimeters. So food and feeding habits, it's omnivorous, it's egg layer, and in breeding habit it is egg layer, and 1 to 2 meter last and for rearing is required. So if we are going to discuss about the types of ornamental fish culture, so there are major two types of ornamental fish culture. First one is major tropical freshwater ornamental, and second one is marine water ornamental fish culture. So firstly, we will discuss about the tropical freshwater ornamental fish culture. Freshwater ornamental fish originate from breeding and rearing. Business types and size of business reflects the socio-economic environment in which the business is found. So major major importer was Singapore. After that, other developed countries, approximately 500 varieties of the tropical freshwater fish and 10 varieties of the goldfish are commonly stocked by aquarium dealers. So commonly cultured fish species which are included under freshwater ornamental, these are the guppy, neon tetra, cardinal tetra, angelfish, discus, oscar, Simon's fighting fish, paradise fish, goldfish, and crow. So in the slides you can see guppy fish, which is also very in the food fishes. Where food fishes are based on are sold on the basis of their muscle tissues, but the ornamental fish species are sell on the basis of their colors. So in this slide you can also see the guppy fish is also very beautifully bright colored fish species. Next is neon tetra, cardinal tetra. After that, angel fish, discus, oscar, and beta splendensis, macropodus, and gouramis. So after this, that species of the Cyprinidae family, that is goldfish, koi carp, danus, and freshwater shark. These fish species are also very beautifully bright colored. So 6 breeds of goldfish, Cyprinidae family, which we have. So the in the picture they are displayed, and their aquaculture of freshwater ornamental fishes. So the most researched ornamental fish species include the guppies, bowtail, angelfish, dwarffish, gouramis, and goldfish. The main producer of this fish include the USA, Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, Hong Kong, and Malaysia. The most common captive reared freshwater ornamental fish belongs to the 11 families. These 11 families, along with their common names, are also mentioned in this slide. So after that, general culture techniques. So freshwater ornamental fish culture can be cultured in ponds. Firstly, ponds that are very common. Everyone has seen. After that, raceways and enclosed tanks and aquarium. Depending on the culture method and techniques used, yield at harvest time may vary greatly. So आप raceways में कर रहे हो, ponds में कर रहे हो, stocking density as well as culture method and yield. These will vary. Firstly, we will discuss about the Pond culture. Pond culture of ornamental fish is globally the most popular technique for commercial production. Ponds can vary in size, type, and cost. According to your economic condition, you may select the pond. You may select a very large pond, or you may also 1 hectare pond is also sufficient if you're starter. So in China, farmers are located on near lakes and rivers with pond. As I already mentioned that font size may be depend upon size that you selected may be vary according to your economic condition. So ponds should be dried, cleaned of weeds, and then filled, and may also be sterilized and fertilized to promote primary productivity and healthy zooplankton growth. So natural production in ponds partially satisfy the feeding requirement of larvae and juveniles some degree of supplementary feeding में also occur. So natural production जो pond में है वो थोड़ी हम रख सकते हैं, but mostly we have to be excess growth if occur, then it would be difficulty to swim the fish. So ponds is harvested by common harvesting methods, traps and seed nets. So after harvesting, जब आप harvest कर लेते हो उसमें से fish आपने निकाल लिए, so fish kept in holding tanks with high quality water and treated for parasites and diseases. So it is one of the cheapest method. Pond culture is cheapest method as compared to the raceway cultures or other types of culture. Low level of labor is required for maintenance and low inputs. So recently, pond culture have only the effective method of rearing smallmouth larvae such as those of gouramis. So there is a little control environmental parameters. So the use of ponds is therefore limited.
Ma'am, as the slides are moving, ma'am, because it shows in 14th slide only.
Now, sir, now okay.
No, ma'am, still it's in 14th slide only, ma'am.
Okay.
Ah, yes, ma'am, now it's okay.
Now okay, sir.
Ah, yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Sorry. I don't know why this type of problem. So the use of recently there is a little control of environmental parameters that influence ponds, and there are inherent difficulties in controlling water quality. So the use of pond is therefore limited to the areas with the satisfactory soil conditions, environmental parameters, with the tolerance range of species being found, and a source of good quality water in large volumes. So with increasing latitude, farming regions are subject to more varied environmental conditions with change in season. So as we know, according to geography, these parameters may vary. So gold fry are very sensitive to temperature change in first few weeks of hatching, which results in heavy loss of fry raised in ponds and growth rates also decrease. So, for example, goldfish farm, ये जो spawning season है per year, autumn and spring, we are culturing. These are some limitations in pond culture. So that is why we are going for the raceways. So ponds are also more susceptible to the entry of pests such as weeds, parasites, pathogens, and predators, which can reduce the production output, decreasing the fish quality, making harvesting difficult. So these are the disadvantages. These are the problems that we are facing to culture the ornamental fishes, because these fish species are very sensitive to the water quality change in parameters. अगर इन थोड़ी सी भी fluctuation इनके aquatic habitat में आ जाती है ये, so the fish can die. So due to this problem, we are going for the next culture, that is large tanks and raceways culture. In this type of raceway culture, water is continuously circulating. Large tanks and raceway culture are commonly used for culture of freshwater ornamental fishes. So these are constructed of plywood lines with canvas, high density polythene or concrete, and are kept outside of under shelter. So tanks and raceway are maybe sterilized, fertilized in the same way as in case of pond culture. So density, stocking density. Stocking density, what is stocking density? Stocking density means the number of seeds that we are putting together in a pond or any raceways. So stocking density as compared to the pond culture tend to be high with higher level of supplementary feeding. So these systems operate as static flow through semi-circulating, recirculating. So these are the types of raceways culture. Firstly, static flow through, semi-circulating or recirculating system with their own biological filtration system. So third one is the aquarium culture. Aquarium culture that all we have seen. Aquarium, small tanks including glass aquarium. I have already mentioned about the various components of aquarium. First one is the stand and its cover, metallic cover. After filter, sorry. After that, filter, aerators, and bottom of the aquarium. These components I already had mentioned. Now, aquarium and intensive recirculating system are generally kept in insulating rooms, which allow maximum control of environmental condition, disease, feeding, and stocking density. So they allow year-round production and make it possible to locate farmer close to the markets. So it is very beneficial that if we are starter, we have to start with the aquarium culture instead of pond or any other race-based culture. So operating cost and labor needs relatively high and needs of more technology and greater infrastructure. So intensive indoor production is commonly used to raise fish that are difficulty to breed. एक्वेरियम कल्चर में हम उनको ज्यादा प्रेफर करते हैं जिनकी ब्रीडिंग थोड़ी डिफिकल्ट होती है और have specific breeding requirement and that fetch a higher market price. उन फिश स्पीसीज का मार्केट में भी प्राइस ज्यादा होगा जिनको बहुत ज्यादा केयर की रिक्वायरमेंट है. दैट फिश स्पीसीज वी आर प्रेफरिंग टू कल्चर ओनली इन द फील्ड. So pond farmers can also carry an indoor system to achieve year-round spawning and of brood stock before stocking pond for grow out. So they may also collect young and outdoor breeding ponds and rear them in. So fishes such as discus are primarily breed, raised and kept in indoor aquarium system because it's high technology required and it is very sensitive to change in water quality parameters also. So aquarium fishes are divided into two major categories: egg layers and live layers. Egg layers are rasbors, angelfish, beta splendensis, gouramis, tilapia, and live layers are guppy, platis, mollies, as well as coatings. So egg layers, goldfish, about 126 breeds of fancy goldfish are available. So there are other specification of this fish species which having no parental care, which needs no parental care. So this is very beautifully bright fish, Crasius rotus, and its specification that it requires temperature around 27 to 28 degrees C. One female is to 2 male ratio. अगर हम एक female डालते तो ये उसके stocking density के regarding बताया है. So male and female fish move in pairs. Egg layers with parental care. These are the reservoirs: angelfish, beta splendensis, gouramis.
Again, it's stuck in 40th slide, ma'am.
So I don't know why this problem is occurring. Now is it visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, visible, but it's in between time it's stuck.
Sir, please stop me whenever you face this type of problem. At that time, you interrupt me. No issues.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Egg layers with parental cares. So these fish species needs parental care. First one is rascors, F4, as well as angelfish, beta splendensis, gouramis, as well as tilapia. So angelfish, जो angelfishes की water quality requirement pH is 6.8, alkalinity 50 to 100 calcium carbonate milligram per liter. So its incubation period is 4 days. It feeds on the paramecium, then actina. First one is angelfish, and this is the specification of beta splendensis. Its water quality requirement as well as it is native to the Thailand. Male fishes are very aggressive. It attains sexual maturity at 3 months of the age. So fry becomes free swimming after 5 or 6 days after the hatching. So Siamese fighting fish. This is also known as bubble nest fish. Now these are the live bearers: swordtail, guppy, platy, as well as muley. So live bearers, commercial culture of live bearers, including breeding and grow out. It generally occurs in outdoor ponds, so where adults are stocked into ponds and allowed to breed freely for 6 to 7 months before they are harvested and graded. So density, जो stocking density in ponds, they can also vary greatly. So between 50 and 1,000 of the best broodstock specimens being released into a single. So for live bearers and many egg-layers, manipulation of sex ratio, optimum nutrition and feed ratio, maintenance of physicochemical conditions are enough to encourage final oocyte maturation and ovulation. So if we are providing best nutrition as well as the control condition of physicochemical parameter, only then the egg laying will. So after that, second one is major tropical marine ornamentals. So the past 100 years, marine aquarium body develops rapidly as a result of increasing knowledge about marine organisms. So during 1960, people going to culture this marine fish species as just because of their hobby, or focus mainly on tropical reef fish, which kept in sterile tank decorated with coral skeleton, regularly bleached for cleaning. तो ये जो फर्स्टली है कोरल रीफ से इन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था. So now there are a lot of fish species which are included in the major tropical marine fish species. So in 1980s in Europe फिर ये शिफ्ट हुआ, वहां पे भी इसको कल्चर किया जाने लगा. आफ्टर दैट 1990 देन 1980 में ये प्रॉपरली हॉबी बना ली लोगों ने कि हमने ऑर्नामेंटल जो मेरीन फिश स्पीसीज है उनको हमने कल्चर ही करना है. So aquaculture of coral reef fishes. Coral fish depend upon the obtaining large number of eggs, developing them into larvae, and raising the larvae into the juveniles. So labor for operating coral fish is cheap for tropical countries of origin. So much success have been achieved in this field. Number of species routinely breed in number, justifying commercial operation is limited. So major fish species: clownfish, dottyback, and gobies. So कैप्टिव ब्रीड स्पीसीज जो है इसकी टोटल उसमें से 15 टोटल है, इसमें से 15 आउट ऑफ 29 कॉमन स्पीसीज. सो कैप्टिव ब्रीड स्पीसीज ऑफ क्लोनफिश डोमिनेट इन द कमर्शियल ट्रेड. 15 डोमिनेट करती है आउट ऑफ टोटल 29 कॉमन स्पीसीज. सो दीज आर द genus, common name and number of species of the various ornamental marine fishes. Culture techniques. So keeping broodstock to produce egg is a costly part of the breeding marine ornamental, because इतना cost लग जाती है इस पे, controlled conditions चाहिए, queen ही चाहिए इसके लिए, so it is very costly. So for some species, commercial breeding fails at this point. The number of offsprings is too small to compensate for the expense of keeping broodstock. So, for example, mouth breeding species. So success relied on the excellent broodstock nutrition and stress-free environment. तो इसमें हमें क्या करना है, अगर हमें सक्सेस लेनी है तो हमें प्रॉपर बैलेंस रेशियो में उसको फीड देनी पड़ेगी. एनवायरमेंट स्ट्रेस फ्री, दैट मींस pH, alkalinity, salinity, all parameter we have to be taken in control conditions. Only then we can success. So main problems: maintaining the water quality. मैंने आपको बताया या कि water quality in the required range as well as heavy feeding is important point. To achieve high food density, it is necessary to work with small volume of water, but maintaining water quality, again, it is a very severe problem. So large volume water is contradictory. So this led to the development of various innovative systems for larval culture, including small larval culture tanks with a flow-through water supply that is attached to the bigger system of water maintenance. So, जो controlled temperature, alkalinity, salinity कितनी हमें चाहिए, that is also mentioned. So the rearing system must focus on maintaining the stability of water quality parameters. If we want to success in the ornamental fish culture, तो जो main point है सबसे वो क्या है to maintain the water quality parameters. So now coming to the ornamental fish trade and vision for the India. Ornamental fisheries provide for a major diversification of aquaculture practices. So the total worldwide trade of ornamental fish is about 14 billions. Indian production is over 100 million fish from the 70 in 150 units, which is very low compared to the Singapore and Malaysia. So currently, India produces about 124 varieties of fish under the major groups. So there are more than 1.5 million people keeping ornamental fish in their houses in the country. More than 100 species are traded in the domestic market, among which 35 to 40 species are dominating in the market. That means out of these 100 fish species, only 35 to 40 are dominating in the market. Dominant, that means their demand is increased. So the profit of ornamental breeding and rearing unit depends on the carrying capacity, candidate species, top species कौन सी culture कर रहे हो, management practices and infrastructures. So cities like Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai are the key producing states of the production of ornamental fishes and trade. So these states of our country are taking much interest for growing the ornamental fish culture. But in this list, our Punjab is not listed anywhere. So we are producing a negligible amount of ornamental fish culture. We have to take much interest regarding that. So I had also extracted the data from the Marine Product Export Authority of India. There are 26 MPEDA registered exporter in India. Recently reported, एक डायरेक्टरी उन्होंने प्रिपेयर की है MPEDA ने इस स्टेट को कोची एंड लिस्टेड जो इसमें सारे एक्सपोर्टर है दे आर फ्रॉम कोलकाता चेन्नई मुंबई कोची other states of India are also taking interest to promote ornamental fish culture, but not any exporter have been reported yet from the Punjab state. So Kochi exporting 20 species, Kolkata 24, Chennai 6, Mangalore 5, and Delhi 1. So our Punjab farmers have to be taken interest in this area. So similarly, there are 212 MPEDA units, authorized breeding units in India, out of which Kerala में 126, Tamil Nadu 44, Madhya Pradesh 11, Himachal 10, West Bengal 8, Maharashtra 7, Rajasthan 4, Karnataka 2, but not any breeding unit reported in Punjab. So although government of Punjab is providing subsidies, as all we know, subsidizing they are providing on fishing equipments as well as to culture the fish. Expert in the universities and fisheries officers in every state is available for the culture of ornamental fishes, but yet not achieved much success in this field. So there is need to pay attention toward Punjab farmers to guide them and motivate them for culturing ornamental fishes so that our state and country can also contribute much share in world ornamental fish trade. Out of 250 indigenous fish species, हम ये जो सारी है इनको एक्सपोर्ट करने लगे. So currently, as per the data given by MPDA, although there are total two, मैंने already mentioned कर दिया, sorry for the repetition. So government authorities and institutes should pay attention to set up large scale facilities and should provide training as well as assistance to the breeder so that more indigenous ornamental fish species can be produced as well as export from the India. So many states of the India slowly interest ले रही है. There are a lot of central institute, other fisheries colleges located in the India through training and demonstration. Recently, agencies like National Fishery Development Board, Marine Product Export Authority of India, National Cooperative Development Corporation, and NABARD playing a major role for supporting enterprises in ornamental fish culture and trade. So the Indian Council of Agriculture Research has incorporated and production of quality ornamental fishes, both freshwater and marine, to National Seed Project. जो ICR है वो भी अभी इंटरेस्ट ले रही है. So it हमने जो बात की, हमें इस पे फोकस करना चाहिए। ऑर्नामेंटल जो हमने फिश स्टार्ट करनी है, मिनिमम 1000 स्क्वायर फीट एरिया हम यूज कर सकते हैं। इन इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ, अगर हमने ऑर्नामेंटल फिश का कल्चर स्टार्ट करना है एक्वेरियम से, लेडीज है जो वर्किंग नहीं है, हाउस वुमेन्स है, वो अपना जो स्टार्टअप कर सकती है 75,000 से। सिर्फ इतनी क्या है, लो इन्वेस्टमेंट है। सो विद कैपिटल एंड रिकरिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट इज 50,000 and 25,000 respectively, given a return of 50,000 per year from backyard small scale ornamental fish culture. So more than 25 breeders, 2,000 retail outlets, 2,000 commercial units. Present rate is around 100 crores. So this can be enhanced by three-fourths. We can enhance. So similarly, the export could be tripled with attention on the quality seeds, pigment enhancement, feed development, and health aspects. So, as I had all earlier mentioned, food fishes are based on the basis of the muscle tissue, but the production and marketing goals for ornamental fish culture are different. So food fishes are primarily marketing on the basis of mass. Ornamental fishes are sold according to numbers also on the basis of color. The goal of production in ornamental aquaculture is to produce the greatest number of fish on a given size with consistently low size variation with the shortest possible time. So major criteria, if we are going to buy a ornamental fish, so the what we will see over there, size क्या है fish का, quality कैसी है color की, finish, absence of damage, कोई damage तो नहीं हुआ है, because damage may cause disease to the fish also. So even the sex ratio, some fish species male are more costly as compared to female on the basis of their color. So fish that do not meet these criteria are commonly discarded. अगर हम market में जाएंगे हमें ये चीजें नहीं मिलेंगी तो obviously we will not buy. So size harvested at the end of grow out periods are marketable. The estimated price per cell will vary depending upon the body size. So for example, smallest marketable size of the goldfish tend to be 5.0 centimeter and greatest is 25 to 30 centimeters. Acceptable market size for grammies is greater than 5 centimeters. So the swordtail smallest marketable size is 2.5 centimeter and largest is 7.6 centimeter. So future, now we are coming to the future of the ornamental fish industries. So future is very, because in the production unit, if we are going to buy a single fish species, we will buy at very nominal charges, 5 to 10 rupees. रिटेलर वेंडर के पास जाते जाते क्या हो जाती है, कॉस्टली हो जाती है. सो इफ अवर वर्किंग वुमेन्स, housewives as well as farmers can going to culture these fish species in the aquarium, so they can also export to the other countries in collaborating with various other authorities, so they can take the direct benefits instead of the retailer vendors and this marketing chain, instead of this marketing chain. So we have to promote this type of fish culture because it is also additional source of income for the farmers. So there is a potential for environmentally stable exploitation of the wild stock and for the development of commercial grading facilities. As research continues and advances are made in the technologies for the life support system, although a fraction of world's freshwater species are commonly kept and traded, the aquarium hobby thrives on novelty, making the industries more dynamic. So Indian domestic trade in the area is growing at the rate 20% annually, and demand at domestic level is higher than supply. So selective breeder of fish and developing new strain of ornamental fish is a common practice, but in India this technology not yet much popularized, going to be popularized. Hence, the indigenous ornamental fishes are not accepted in a large scale due to their less attractiveness. So there is a need for the development of optimum culture methods and techniques for current commonly traded traded and cultured species. So our housewives as well as the farmers have to be put attention to culture, the ornamental, to take the training from the various research institutes as well as from the universities to popular as well as to generate the higher source of income, extra earnings for their much benefits. So ornamental fish production is now growing at very steady rate. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the insightful and informative presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
So
so
your
much.
valuable thoughts, practical experience, and scientific perspective have provided with a deeper understanding of aquaculture ma'am, and fisheries management. So now we'd like to open the floor for interaction, ma'am. Dear participation, if you have any questions, comments, or clarification regarding today's topic, please feel free to cross or raise your hands and type your questions in the chat box. Madam, will please address your queries, ma'am.
Sure, sir, sure.
Dear participants, please share your questions in comments in the chat box. Okay.
Food fishes and ornamental fish, which is more demand? Both are equally demanded because the purpose of food fishes is different and the ornamental fish species is different. Ornamental fish species are also used for the preparation of medicines also. So food fishes are demanded on the basis of uh, on the basis of number on the basis there are different purpose for medicinal purposes. Both are much but the food fishes are more dominating in the market because there is less technology development in our country. So technology needs to be much also people, as I already mentioned, that in our state of Punjab there are not any single exporter is reported from the Marine Product Export Authority of India. उन्होंने जो डायरेक्टरी बनाई है उसमें से हमें नहीं मिला है. So food fishes are in much demand as compared to, but we have to be focus on the ornamental fish culture also because it's a good source of income generation. Any other, please?
Anyone else?
How to prevent marine life and manage ecosystem? How to prevent? Sorry, I can't understand your question. Kindly speak, please. How to prevent marine life? In marine life, we also have to take care that industrial effluent should also don't reach over there because there are a lot of industrial effluents and which are directly discharging into the aquatic bodies, marine as well as also in the freshwater resources also. तो यही है कि उनकी फिश के वाटर क्वालिटी पैरामीटर्स है उनमें अल्ट्रेशन आ जाती है. तो मेरीन लाइफ को तो हम वैसे ही प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं पोल्यूशन से. So straight in with breeding or does government, sorry, Does government choose the state in which breeding of ornamental fish happen? Government is giving breeding units to every state. Government choose नहीं करती, government provide करती है. She is also giving a lot of breeding units. जिस स्टेट में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट दिखाओगे लोग तो उनमें फिर ऑब्वियसली है कि वो अपने ब्रीडिंग यूनिट्स इंक्रीज हो जाएंगे. बट अपनी जो पंजाब स्टेट है, शी इज नॉट टेकिंग मच इंटरेस्ट. ब्रीडिंग यूनिट्स उनमें भी ज्यादा है नहीं है. जिस स्टेट में जिस चीज की डिमांड होगी ऑब्वियसली ये चीजें तो ज्यादा होगी. Diseases, there are a lot of fish diseases, fungal disease, bacterial diseases, as well as protozoan diseases. The most popular fish disease that is diplostomiasis. Fish की जो body है उस पे black spots हो जाते हैं. तो that is tetracycline के injection उसको देते हैं. तो फिर also क्लोरीन में उसको बात देते हैं, पिक्रिक एसिड में देते हैं at the rate of 5 to 10 ml पर बॉडी वेट के हिसाब से उसको देखते हैं ना कि कितने में लेना. सो फिश को जो डिजीज हो जाती है, दिस इज ए डिफरेंट टॉपिक. सो ये भी हमें ध्यान में रखना पड़ता है कि प्रोटोजोन है, डिजीजेस, बैक्टीरियल है, वायरसेस है. सो फॉर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ डिजीजेस देयर आर डिफरेंट ट्रीटमेंट्स आर अवेलेबल. So if I would I would take opportunity again to deliver a lecture, definitely I will try to discuss about the various types of fish diseases in the perpetuity. Thank you. Ma'am, can you take class on aquas within lifetime? Aquarium designing, this is also a different topic. Obviously, in the perpetuity, if I will take opportunity, definitely I will conduct. In India, which fish variety is more in demand and dominant? Already I had mentioned Crochus rotus, koi carp, guppy, platy swordtails, and molly fish that is black in color and very small in size. These are mostly dominating in the fish market. Any other, please?
I request the participants, if you have any doubt, you can kindly unmute yourself and directly ask the question.
Okay, ma'am. So thank you all participation for your active participation to thoughtful section. As we come to end of the today's session, to express our sincere gratitude, Dr. Navpreet Kaur, for sharing your valuable knowledge and research experience and practical insights with us. Today's session has significantly enhanced our understanding of fisheries science, aquaculture practices, water quality management, and environmental sustainability. Knowledge shared today will undoubtedly inspire participation in academic research and professional endeavors. So, on behalf of our organization and all the participants, I extend heartfelt thanks to Madam for dedicating his valuable time and contributing to the success of this project. Once again, and thank you, ma'am, for your valued guidance and encouragement.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all participants. We look forward to meeting you again to our upcoming session. Have a wonderful evening and stay safe.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Nice information. Please share the PPT with us in the group, ma'am. Please, thank you.
Sure, ma'am. No issues.
Sir, please,
Sure.
organizers, please share all the PPT, sir. Some slides we are
Yes,
missing
ma'am.
because of a network issue. Please.
Sure, ma'am. I will share. No issues.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.